Hello everyone, my name is Loco and today I'm going to give you an in-depth guide on how to tame Gara, the Spirit Beast of Warlords of Draenor. You can now go and tame this pet as a Beast Mastery Hunter. Taming this Spirit Beast is different than all the other Spirit Beasts that are in the game. You don't just go up to it and tame it, you need to actually follow a sort of hidden questline that only Beast Mastery Hunters can follow. And every single Beast Mastery Hunter can indeed tame this pet if you have a couple of hours. To be able to tame Gara, I would recommend being level 100, although technically this is not a requirement, it just makes it way easier because you will have a lot more flight points and whatnot. Besides that, like I mentioned, you need to be in the Beast Mastery spec, and that is it. Having good gear might make it easier, but honestly it's not really needed at all. I personally did this quest right after hitting level 100 without gearing up at all, and it was relatively easy, as long as you know how to keep Ment Pet up on your pet. Taming Gara takes a few steps. The first thing you need to do is to actually talk to Gara. Gara is a spirit beast that you might have seen while leveling up in Shadowmoon Valley. As you can see, he's not really interested in talking to us and he doesn't even acknowledge our presence. I don't even know if I want to tame him anymore right now. But the only way to get him to talk to us is to actually get Shadowberries. Shadowberries are an item dropped by killing Mother Om'ra, an NPC that spawns just north of Gara. I would recommend killing her, getting the Shadowberries and then getting back to Gara. He will sniff the berries and he will look expectantly, but that is pretty much it. But these first two steps right here are necessary to be able to continue the quest to tame Gara, and without doing these steps, the item in the next steps might not drop. So I would definitely do these quick 2 steps, just so you can get started comfortably. Now this next step is going to take by far the longest. We need to get an item called the Spirit Effigy, and you can craft this item by combining a bunch of other items that are dropped all over Draenor. So what we're going to do, we're going to basically have a little journey all over Draenor and kill creatures from each and every zone. First off, we need to get the Crude Effigy. This item drops off of dry wind bone pickers in Gorgrond. Take the closest flight pad you have and walk the last little bit. The bone pickers are located in the middle of the zone, and all the items that I'm going to be listing off right here seem to have a 100% drop rate, at least while I was personally doing this quest. So just kill a dry wind bone picker, loot the Crude Effigy, and get ready for the next item. The second item is called the Wooden Bowl. For this one you need to go to Talador and kill the gore-bound legionnaires. Once again, take the closest fly point and fly over there. The Gorehound Legionnaires spawn in the southwest of the map and are pretty easy to kill at level 100. These also seem to have a 100% drop rate as long as you are doing the quest. The third item is called the Elder Incense. This item gets dropped by Sethek Prophets, who are located in the Spires of Arak and the east side of the map. The Sethek Prophets are also easy to kill, and just once again take the flight point close to them, kill one and get the Elder's Incense. The fourth item is called Small Fruit. This item is dropped by Warsong Marauders who spawn all over Nagrand. I found it easiest to kill them in the northeast of the map, right next to the flight point. Warsong Marauders are also easy to kill and have a guaranteed drop for the small fruit that is necessary to craft the Spirit Effigy. The next item we need is called Torn Cloth. This item is dropped by necrophytes in the northwest of Frostfire Ridge. Now this one took me the most amount of time as I am playing an alliance character and I didn't have any nearby flight points. I had to walk for about 20 minutes or so in order to get this item, but the necrophytes are easy to kill and very easy to spot. Simply take the closest flight point that you have and get moving. Now if you are a horde character, you probably have a pretty easy time getting this step done. The last item that we need is called the Ancient Bone. This item is dropped by Thunderlord Giant Slayers, a very badass name for something that's very easy to kill, and this item is also gathered in the Frostfire Ridge, but this time it is going to be on the opposite side of the map towards the southeast. Once you have all the items, you can actually get the Spirit Effigy. Just right click the Crude Effigy in your inventory and the item should be crafted right away. Now it is time to head back to Gara. Use the Spirit Effigy on the grave that is in front of Gara and a little dialogue happens. Basically what is going on is that you summoned Mother Om'ra, you know, the one that we killed at first to get the Shadowberries, and we have freed her soul and put her soul to peace. Now the Lord of Glass, called Xan, doesn't really like us for putting one of his servants to rest, so he takes Gara as his sacrifice, meaning that right now Gara is in the void, to make up for us freeing Mother Om'ra. After this cutscene is done, Gara is gone. The end. No, of course not, that's not true. Our next objective is to actually kill Xan, the massive blue void collar guy that took Gara's soul. To be able to kill Xan, we need to shift into the void. There's a couple of items and a couple of steps that we need to take in order to do this. First off, we need to get an item called the Void Lantern. This is an item dropped by Shadowmoon Void Twisters at the Pillars of Fate in Shadowmoon Valley. Kill the Shadowmoon Void Twisters and use the Void Lantern. Now the buff lasts an hour and you can only have one on you at a time. However, if you want to, you can kill a second Void Twister. I didn't really find this necessary though, because 1 hour is plenty of time to complete this whole process. Now before we go on to the next step, please put Dismiss Pet and Tame Beast on an action bar, because it can be a little bit stressful, and I don't actually know if you can miss Gara at all, if you can like mess up taming her, but you might as well just go ahead and put it on your action bar. Now that we have the Void Lantern, we can shift completely into the Void. We can do this by clicking on a dagger that is stuck in a tree in Shadowmoon. And this tree is very difficult to miss because it's, you know, a big black tree in the middle of the zone. So what I would recommend you do is use the Void Lantern, go towards that tree, and you will see a sword, sort of dagger sort of thing in the middle of the tree. And if you right click on that one, you will shift into the Void. Now in the place that you are right now, you will see level 100 elites, and you know, believe it or not, you're going to have to try and kill those. I personally had to kill like 6 or 7 of them, but apparently some people had to kill 20 and other people only had to kill 1. Killing the level 100 elites isn't the most difficult thing in the world, it just takes a little bit of time. After killing a couple, Xun will spawn, just keep an eye out for him. When he spawns, go over to him and kill him. Gara will help out with both Xun and the level 100 elites, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Just keep Mentpad up at all times and you should be able to kill both the elites as well as Xun. After Xun goes down, you can finally start taming Gara. Gara's previous owner will spawn and you will see a little bit of a cutscene once more, explaining that if you don't tame her right now, you're basically screwed, so you need to go ahead and tame Gara right then and there. All in all, this process should take you about an hour to 2 hours at most. I think it took me about an hour and a half, obviously, while recording this whole thing as well. And I personally really love this Spirit Beast. Gara is definitely one of the most beautiful pets in the game, and I would highly recommend her for any hunter to get, especially now that you don't need to camp, you know, rare spawns and have like 48-hour timers to get a Spirit Beast. Definitely a very accessible one, very beautiful pet, and if you are going to be taming her in the next couple of weeks, I would highly recommend it because, well, there's not gonna be very many people that know of this pet right now. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, but whatever you do, make sure to subscribe because I will be uploading regular World of Warcraft content in the near future. I want to thank you guys all for watching, have an amazing day, do not forget to smile, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!